Welcome back to Driveway Q and Brews, everybody. Tonight we are cooking up some ribs on the pit barrel cooker. Don't these look great? Let's get started. To get these ribs going, one of the things that you got to do to make them extra flavorful, I guess you don't have to do it, is you don't have to remove the membrane off of them. But if you do, it allows you to get down in there a little bit more and penetrate with some of the seasoning. The easiest way that I've found to take off the membrane is to use the butter knife method. That is where you kind of go in, you find a good piece of the membrane. We'll see how easy this is to do on camera compared to off camera, but you just kind of get that butter knife, you get it started in there under one of those bones, and you kind of start working that membrane loose, and you can get in there with your thumb and it starts to tear apart. You can almost, I don't know if you can hear that on camera or not, but then because ribs are kind of hard to get a grip on a membrane like that, you can use a paper towel trick. And what that does is you can use like a corner of a paper towel, and it acts as a way to kind of grip that membrane. And you can see I can catch a good grip on it, and then I can start to pull. And the idea is you want to work your way all the way down one side of those ribs. Sometimes they come off in one pull, other times you just kind of have to kind of work at it. And this looks like it's going to be one that we're just going to have to work at slowly, as it's being a little bit difficult, and some of them are more difficult than others, and it's just kind of how it goes. But we'll work that through. Ooh, see they're kind of coming off. Sometimes they just come off in little pieces like that. All right, so we got that one done. Let's see if we can get back up under here and get this side. And the idea is you just get that butter knife, you just kind of get it under there and just kind of wiggle it and just work that membrane loose, and it's got a little piece, and you can just come in here and catch it like that. It's just really wanting to come off in strips, and that's okay. Put that piece down over here. It came off in pieces. That's okay. We're going to set that aside, and we're going to try this rack next, and we're going to see if this is any easier. Oh, there we go. That's a good one right there, I think. So as you can see, I'm working my knife, just gently wiggling it back and forth, kind of pressing down against that bone, because I just want to be able to get up under there with my thumb. And this piece of paper towel, oops, come back there. And just really get that. Let's see here. Okay, this was a much better representation of like how it usually goes. Sometimes you can get all the membrane in one piece like that, which is nice. So, okay, we're gonna get these ribs seasoned up. All right, we're gonna let these rest while we fire up the pit barrel cooker. All right, the next step is to go ahead and hang these bad boys. And what I'm going to do is hang them to where the backs of the bones are kind of facing the majority of that fire, and we'll flip those around later. But I'm doing that for two reasons. One, it'll kind of protect the meat and help it cook better. And those drippings won't drip down and put my fire out. All right, y'all know the drill. Now that the ribs are on there and they're rolling, it is time to try out another brew. And today we've got Garage Beer's Classic Lime Beer. So I'm curious as to see what this is gonna taste like. Probably like a Bud Light Lime, I'm gathering. If this pours green, y'all, I'm gonna lose my mind. But let's pour it into the glass and see what it looks like. Okay, so looks like a normal light beer. Let's get that head up there. Boom, there we go. Oh, is it gonna go over? Perfect pour right there, what can I say? May have done this a time or two in my life. Okay, good frothy head. I'm gonna smell here. You can definitely smell that there's some lime there, 4% ABV. Where's Garage Beer? This is produced for Jock Beer LLC, DBA Garage Beer by Garage Beer. So this is out of California. So this is just supposed to be like just a good everyday beer. And I figured that on a summertime day, like a good lime beer, out doing ribs, you're gonna drink more than one beer. I know I am. And I don't need something heavy like an IPA or a stout to bring it down. So enough of me gabbing. Let's try the beer. Okay, just a very subtle hint of lime, but it really tastes like maybe like a Michelob Ultra lime or like a other lime flavored beer. It's not as heavy as like a Bud Light lime, but I like it because it's just subtle. It's not overwhelming. So I think it's a thumbs up from me. So, all right, let's have a couple of these and then we'll be checking on those ribs. All right, y'all, let's check on these ribs. Let's see how they're doing. I think it's about time for us to pull them and wrap them. What do y'all think? Oh, don't that look so pretty? We'll set that right there. Let's grab this other one and take a look at it now. Ooh, those ribs are pretty, y'all. It is definitely time to go ahead and wrap these puppies up. All right, guys, it is time to wrap these ribs. You can already see that meat is pulling back from the bone right there, and that is gorgeous. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this in butcher paper. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow this to steam in its own goodness and continue cooking to get to that consistency where we get a clean bite through. Hey, I'll be okay with fall off the bone too. Let's go ahead and, now that we've got those wrapped, get them back on the grill. All right, we've got them back on the pit now. We're gonna let these go for, I don't know, maybe another hour or so. Then we'll unwrap them and we'll get some sauce on them. All right, we've got them pulled off the pit. They've been sitting up here resting for a little bit. They're still piping hot. But I'm very anxious to see what that finished product looks like. So let's get it down there. Oh man. That is a beautiful rack of ribs. I'm gonna use the tongs so that we can, they're super hot, but look how that has pulled off the bone, and that is just gorgeous. All right, let's get the second rack opened up here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. That just smells so good. Even before we put sauce on it. You can see how that rack is there too. We got some nice pullback off that bone. Look at that. Rack's trying to split up on me. You can see how this rack right here basically just came apart on me. So, they're super tender. What do you say we get these sauced up and we slice into it and give it a try? Now, tonight we're using the Kinder's Original Barbecue Sauce. No haters in the comments. This is driveway Q and Brews. We are not professional around here. I just cook things based on how my family likes it. So if you need all the super professional stuff, that's not what you're gonna find here. You're just gonna find good backyard eating here. Oh man. That gives these ribs a very pretty glaze with that sauce. I'll kind of lift it up so you guys can kind of see. Look at that. Just a gorgeous glaze on those ribs. Oh, okay. Let's get into my Dexter knives and cut into it, shall we? Okay, just cut one off of here. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is just tender and just quite literally falling off the bone. Oh my gosh, that flavor is amazing. The barbecue sauce paired with just that plain old allspice seasoning. It's so good. Let me get another bite. Look at that, clean right off the bone. This is how you do ribs right here, y'all. My goodness. I'm gonna get inside and tear this up. Heather's making homemade mac and cheese, and we got some baked beans brewing. That's gonna be a perfect complement to tonight's meal. So until next time, keep the smoke rolling and the brews flowing.